riding the roller coaster of life, embracing challenges, supporting others, and living authentically. Welcome, everyone, to this special TED Talk. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of what it means to truly live. Not just exist, but to embrace life with all its twists, turns, and occasional loop-de-loops. We're going to explore insights that have the power to transform not just our individual lives, but the very fabric of our society. These insights come from an extraordinary individual I recently had the privilege of interviewing, the remarkable Belinda Mason. Now, if you haven't heard of Belinda Mason, prepare to be inspired. She's not just a visionary, she's a force of nature, a catalyst for change who has dedicated her life to empowering others and breaking down barriers. Her work has touched countless lives, challenging societal norms and pushing for a more inclusive, compassionate world. Belinda's impact is nothing short of revolutionary, and the wisdom she shared during our conversation, well, it's the kind of stuff that makes you sit up straighter and think, maybe, just maybe, I can change the world too. So, buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey that might just change the way you see yourself, others, and the world around you. And trust me, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at a challenge in your life and thought, oh, fantastic, another opportunity for growth? Yeah, I thought so. Most of us tend to view challenges as inconveniences at best, and at worst, as insurmountable obstacles that make us want to curl up in a ball and binge watch our favorite comfort show. But what if, and hear me out on this, what if we've been looking at challenges all wrong? What if every problem, every setback, every moment that makes us want to tear our hair out is actually a golden ticket to becoming the badass, resilient, unstoppable force we're meant to be? This, my friends, is the first key insight from my conversation with Belinda. Embracing challenges is not just beneficial, it's absolutely crucial for our personal growth and development. It's the secret sauce that builds resilience, fosters self-confidence, and uncovers potential we never even knew we had. Now, I know what you're thinking. Easy for you to say, Mr. TED Talk, you don't know my challenges. And you're right, I don't. But let me tell you about someone who faced a challenge that would make most of us quake in our boots. Meet Maurice Cherry, the host of Revision Path, a podcast that highlights Black designers, developers, and digital creatives. When Maurice started his podcast, he wasn't just facing the usual hurdles of starting a new project. Oh no, he was staring down the barrel of an entire industry that had a nasty habit of marginalizing Black voices. Now, Maurice could have looked at this challenge and thought, nope, too hard, I'm out. And honestly, who would have blamed him? But Maurice looked at this challenge and said, challenge accepted. Instead of backing down, Maurice leaned in. He focused on active listening, creating a comfortable space for his guests, and ensuring that their stories were told in their own words. He didn't just start a podcast, he started a movement. And the result? Revision Path became the first podcast to be added to the permanent collection of the Smithsonian. Let that sink in for a moment. A podcast started by one man who refused to back down from a challenge is now part of our national heritage, but Maurice didn't stop there. Revision Path now has over 400 episodes, each one a personal profile that inspires and educates listeners about the contributions of Black designers and creatives. Maurice didn't just overcome a challenge. He used that challenge to change the entire conversation around Black design. Now, I want you to think about a challenge you're facing right now. Maybe it's a project at work that seems impossible. Maybe it's a personal goal that feels out of reach. Maybe it's a societal issue that seems too big to tackle. Whatever it is, I want you to look at it through Maurice's eyes. See it not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become stronger, and maybe, just maybe, to change the world. Because here's the thing, when we embrace challenges, we're not just improving ourselves. We're creating ripples of change that can transform entire communities. And that brings us to our second key insight, the power of supporting others. Belinda emphasized that supporting others with an open heart is essential for building strong, supportive communities. This isn't just about being nice, although let's face it, the world could use a lot more niceness. It's about active listening, empathy, and creating spaces where people feel comfortable and valued. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I'm just one person. How much of a difference can I really make? Well, let me introduce you to Belinda Lang, a veteran actress who's been making waves in the entertainment industry for years. Throughout her career, Lang faced numerous challenges navigating the complexities of the entertainment industry. But what set her apart wasn't just her talent, it was her ability to find humor in difficult situations and her unwavering commitment to supporting others. Lang didn't just survive in a cutthroat industry, she thrived, and she helped others thrive too. She emphasized the importance of finding humor and supporting others even in dark times. She shared her experiences on platforms like the Sado podcast, inspiring many with her resilience and supportive attitude. Now, you might not be a famous actress, but Lang's approach is something we can all adopt. It's about creating a culture of mutual support that benefits everyone. It's about creating a community where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Imagine for a moment how different our world would be if we all approached life with this mindset. If instead of competing with each other, we lifted each other up. If instead of tearing each other down, we celebrated each other's successes. This is the kind of world Belinda Mason envisions, and it's a vision I wholeheartedly share. But supporting others isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday acts of kindness and empathy. It's about really listening when someone speaks, about offering a word of encouragement when someone is struggling, about celebrating others' successes as if they were our own. These small acts may seem insignificant in the moment, but they have the power to create profound change over time. They're like pebbles thrown into a pond. The ripples may start small, but they spread far and wide. So I challenge you this week, look for opportunities to support others. It could be as simple as sending a message of encouragement to a friend who's struggling or offering to mentor someone in your field. Remember, when we lift others up, we all rise together. Now, let's talk about our third key insight. And this one's a doozy: authenticity and self acceptance. This is perhaps the most challenging yet most rewarding aspect of personal growth. Belinda emphasized that embracing who you are is fundamental to finding true strength and freedom. But let's be real for a moment. Being authentic, accepting ourselves fully, that's scary stuff. It means being vulnerable. It means risking rejection. It means facing our fears head on. There's an article I came across recently titled 10 Ways to Challenge Yourself for Personal Growth. It addresses the fear of failure and the discomfort of stepping into the unknown, fears that often hold us back from being our authentic selves. It suggests strategies such as understanding one's fear, embracing failure as a learning opportunity, starting small, seeking support, and practicing self compassion. Now, these strategies might sound simple, but they're incredibly powerful. When we learn to accept ourselves fully, our strengths, our weaknesses, our quirks, and our flaws, we unlock a level of freedom and power that's truly transformative. We stop wasting energy trying to be someone we're not, and instead channel that energy into becoming the best version of ourselves. But here's the really beautiful part: when we embrace our authentic selves, we give others permission to do the same. We create a ripple effect of empowerment and inspiration. We show others that it's okay to be different, that our unique perspectives and experiences are not liabilities, but assets. I want you to think about a time when you felt truly, authentically yourself. Maybe it was a moment when you spoke your truth, even though it was difficult. Maybe it was a time when you pursued a passion, even though others didn't understand it. How did you feel in that moment? I bet you felt powerful, free, alive. Now imagine living your entire life with that feeling. Imagine a world where everyone felt free to be their authentic selves. That's the world Belinda Mason is working towards, and it's a world I believe we can create together. As I reflect on my conversation with Belinda, I'm struck by how these three themes, embracing challenges, supporting others, and authenticity, are all interconnected. When we embrace challenges, we grow stronger and more resilient. This gives us the strength to support others in their journeys. And when we support others, we create a safe space for authenticity to flourish. So, what does this mean for you? How can you apply these lessons in your own life? First, I challenge you to reframe how you view obstacles. The next time you face a challenge, instead of seeing it as a problem, try to see it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? Second, look for ways to support others in your community. This could be as simple as offering a word of encouragement to a colleague or as involved as mentoring someone in your field. Remember, when we lift others up, We all rise together. Finally, I encourage you to embrace your authentic self. This might be the most challenging step, but it's also the most rewarding. Start by identifying one aspect of yourself that you've been hiding or downplaying. It could be a passion, a quirk, or a deeply held belief. Now, think about how you can start expressing that part of yourself more fully. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Every one of us has the power to create positive change, both in our own lives and in the world around us. It starts with embracing our challenges, supporting each other, and being unapologetically ourselves. Belinda Mason's insights have reinforced my belief that true strength and freedom come from embracing who we are, supporting others with an open heart, and never being afraid to ride through life's challenges. Because every journey, no matter how tough, shapes the powerful, unapologetic person we're meant to be. So, here's my challenge to you. This week, take one step out of your comfort zone. Try a new skill, reach out to someone you admire, or share your story with others. Remember, every small step towards authenticity and growth ripples out into the world, creating waves of positive change. But let's not stop there. Let's think bigger. Let's dream bigger. Let's act bigger. Imagine a world where every challenge is seen as an opportunity, where support and empathy are the norm, not the exception, and where authenticity is celebrated in all its beautiful, messy glory. That world isn't just a pipe dream, it's a possibility. And you, yes, you have the power to make it a reality. So I'm not just asking you to take a step out of your comfort zone, I'm asking you to leap. I'm asking you to embrace the challenges that scare you the most because those are the ones that will help you grow the most. I'm asking you to be the support system for someone who needs it, even if, especially if, they are different from you. And I'm asking you to be unapologetically, authentically you in all your glorious imperfection. Because here's the truth, the world doesn't need more people who fit in. The world needs more people who stand out. The world needs more people who are willing to be vulnerable, to take risks, to fail spectacularly and get back up again. The world needs you, the real you, not the version of you that you think the world wants to see. So let's make a pact right here, right now. Let's commit to embracing our challenges, supporting each other fiercely, and living our truths boldly. Let's commit to creating a world where everyone feels empowered to do the same. Because when we do that, we don't just change our own lives, we change the world. We create a ripple effect that touches lives we may never even meet. We become part of something bigger than ourselves. And isn't that what life is all about? Not just existing, but truly living. Not just getting by, but thriving. Not just accepting the world as it is, but daring to imagine and create the world as it could be. So, what do you say? Are you ready to embrace the challenge? Are you ready to support others in their journey? Are you ready to be unapologetically, authentically you? The world is waiting. The stage is set. The spotlight is on you. It's time to step up, speak out, and shine. It's time to ride the roller coaster of life with your arms in the air, screaming with joy at every twist and turn. It's time to be the change you want to see in the world. It's your time right here, right now. So, what are you waiting for? The adventure of a lifetime is calling. Will you answer? Thank you.